Switzerland is a small yet remarkable nation located in the heart of Europe. Surrounded by several countries, including France, Germany, Italy, and Austria, Switzerland has built a global reputation far beyond its geographic size. Known for its long tradition of political neutrality, economic stability, and breathtaking natural landscapes, the country represents a unique balance between tradition and modern innovation. Much of Switzerland's landscape is shaped by the magnificent Alps, a vast mountain system that stretches across much of the country and creates some of the most dramatic scenery on the continent. Snow-covered peaks, deep valleys, crystal-clear lakes, and rolling green meadows define the natural beauty that Switzerland is famous for. Famous peaks such as the Matterhorn have become global symbols of alpine landscapes. These environments are not only visually stunning but also deeply connected to the country's culture, tourism, and outdoor lifestyle. Despite its peaceful and nature-focused image, Switzerland is also one of the most advanced and prosperous nations in the world. The country is known for precision industries such as watchmaking, pharmaceuticals, and engineering. Swiss watches produced by brands like Rolex and Patek Philippe are internationally recognized for their craftsmanship and precision. Switzerland is also home to major global companies and a highly developed financial sector centered in cities like Zurich and Geneva. At the same time, history and tradition remain visible throughout the country. Medieval towns, cobblestone streets, historic churches, and centuries-old buildings can still be found in cities such as Bern, whose historic center is recognized by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site. Switzerland is also uniquely diverse in culture and language. The country recognizes 4 official languages: German, French, Italian, and Romansh. Each language region has its own traditions, architectural styles, cuisine, and cultural identity, creating a rich blend of influences from across Europe. From majestic mountains and peaceful alpine villages to world-class cities and global institutions, Switzerland offers a fascinating combination of nature, culture, and modern life. It is a country where breathtaking landscapes meet precision, history meets innovation, and every region tells a different story. And here on Culture Quest, we continue exploring the cultures, landscapes, and stories that shape our world. Globe showing Europe, Africa, snow-capped mountain. Part 1: Cities and Urban Life. Although Switzerland is often associated with mountains and alpine scenery, its cities are equally impressive and play an important role in shaping the country's modern identity. Swiss cities combine historic charm with advanced infrastructure, creating urban environments that are both beautiful and highly efficient. The largest city in Switzerland is Zurich, a global financial center and one of the most livable cities in the world. Located along the shores of Lake Zurich, the city offers a unique mix of natural beauty and urban sophistication. Its historic district, known as Zurich Old Town, is filled with narrow streets, historic churches, and centuries-old buildings. These traditional areas stand in contrast to modern districts that host international banks, technology companies, and cultural institutions. The capital city, Bern, presents a completely different atmosphere. Known for its remarkably well-preserved medieval architecture, Bern's historic center is recognized as a World Heritage Site by UNESCO. Arcaded streets, sandstone buildings, and landmarks such as the Zicklag create an atmosphere that feels almost timeless, offering visitors a glimpse into Switzerland's rich past. Further west lies Geneva, one of the world's most important international cities. Situated beside Lake Geneva, the city is home to numerous global organizations and diplomatic institutions. Among them are the European headquarters of the United Nations and the humanitarian organization International Committee of the Red Cross. Because of these institutions, Geneva plays a major role in global diplomacy and international cooperation. Despite their differences, Swiss cities share several defining characteristics. They are widely known for being clean, safe, and carefully organized. Public transportation systems, including trains, trams, and buses, are reliable and efficient, connecting neighborhoods, regions, and even remote mountain areas across the country. Parks, lakes, and green spaces are integrated into urban planning, allowing residents to remain closely connected to nature even while living in large cities. In many places, mountains and forests can be reached within a short journey from the city center. In Switzerland, city life does not mean separation from the natural world. Instead, it represents a careful balance between modern living, cultural heritage, and the surrounding landscapes that define the country. And here on Culture Quest, we continue exploring how cities, cultures, and landscapes shape life around the world. Globe showing Europe-Africa's snow-capped mountain cityscape. Part 2: Food Culture. Swiss cuisine reflects the country's diverse cultural influences and long culinary traditions. Located at the crossroads of Europe, Switzerland has developed a food culture shaped by its neighboring regions of Germany, France, and Italy. As a result, Swiss dishes combine rich flavors, simple ingredients, and a strong connection to local traditions. One of the most iconic Swiss dishes is fondue, a meal that perfectly represents the country's communal dining culture. Traditionally prepared with melted cheese, white wine, and garlic, fondue is served in a shared pot where pieces of bread are dipped into the warm mixture. This dish is especially popular during winter months, when friends and families gather together to enjoy the comforting warmth of the meal in cozy alpine restaurants or mountain chalets. Another famous Swiss specialty is raclette, a dish centered around melted cheese served with boiled potatoes, pickles, onions, and cured meats. Originally created by alpine farmers who warmed cheese beside a fire and scraped the melted portion onto their food, raclette has become a beloved tradition throughout the country and is often enjoyed during social gatherings and festive occasions. Switzerland is also internationally recognized for producing some of the finest chocolate in the world. Since the 19th century, Swiss chocolatiers have refined techniques that transformed chocolate into a global luxury product. Famous brands such as Lindt and Toblerone have helped establish Switzerland's reputation as a leader in chocolate craftsmanship. The country also played an important role in the development of milk chocolate, pioneered by Swiss chocolatier Daniel Peter in the 19th century. Beyond these iconic foods, Swiss cuisine varies greatly from region to region. In the German-speaking areas of Switzerland, hearty dishes and traditional pastries are common, while French-speaking regions emphasize refined culinary techniques influenced by French gastronomy. In the south, near the border with Italy, Mediterranean flavors influence many local meals. Food in Switzerland is not only about taste, it reflects the country's cultural diversity, alpine traditions, and strong sense of community. Whether enjoyed in a mountain village or a modern city restaurant, Swiss cuisine remains an essential part of everyday life. And here on Culture Quest, we continue exploring the flavors, traditions, and cultures that connect people around the world. Chocolate Bar Cheese Wedge Globe showing Europe-Africa. Part 3: History and Cultural Identity. The history of Switzerland is defined by independence, cooperation, and a strong commitment to neutrality. Despite being surrounded by powerful European nations, Switzerland has developed a unique political and cultural identity that has allowed it to remain stable and independent for centuries. The foundations of the Swiss Confederation date back to the late 13th century. In 1291, several alpine communities formed an alliance known as the Federal Charter of 1291. These early regions, including areas such as Uri, Schwyz, and Unterwalden, united to protect their independence from outside powers. Over time, more regions joined the alliance, gradually forming the modern Swiss state. Throughout its history, Switzerland has focused on unity among diverse regions while maintaining strong local autonomy. Today, the country is made up of 26 cantons, each with its own government and political traditions. One of the most distinctive features of Swiss governance is its system of direct democracy. Citizens regularly participate in national and local referendums, giving them a direct voice in shaping government policies and decisions. This system reflects the country's long tradition of civic responsibility and active political participation. Switzerland is also widely known for its long-standing policy of neutrality. Since the early 19th century, the country has avoided involvement in major international conflicts. Its neutrality was formally recognized during the Congress of Vienna. During both World War I and World War II, Switzerland remained officially neutral, focusing instead on diplomacy, humanitarian work, and international cooperation. This neutral stance also helped cities such as Geneva become important global centers for diplomacy and humanitarian organizations, including the International Committee of the Red Cross. Cultural diversity is another defining element of Swiss identity. The country recognizes 4 official languages: German, French, Italian, and Romansh. These languages reflect the historical influences of neighboring regions and contribute to Switzerland's multicultural character. This diversity can be seen across the country in architecture, traditions, festivals, and everyday customs. Historic towns, medieval castles, and centuries-old churches remain carefully preserved, while modern art, music, and design continue to shape contemporary Swiss culture. Through centuries of cooperation between different cultures and regions, Switzerland has built a national identity rooted in stability, diversity, and respect for tradition. This careful balance between history and modern life remains one of the country's most defining characteristics, a theme we continue exploring here on Culture Quest. Part 4: Nature and Landscapes. Nature is one of the most defining elements of Switzerland, shaping both the country's identity and the daily lives of its people. Despite its relatively small size, Switzerland is home to some of the most dramatic and breathtaking landscapes in Europe. Dominating much of the country is the majestic Swiss Alps, a vast section of the Greater Alps. These mountains are known for their towering peaks, deep valleys, glaciers, and spectacular natural scenery. They form a landscape that changes dramatically with the seasons. In winter, snow-covered slopes attract visitors from around the world who come to enjoy skiing and snowboarding in famous alpine resorts such as Zermatt and St. Moritz. During summer, the same mountains transform into green alpine meadows filled with hiking trails, scenic viewpoints, and traditional mountain villages. Among the most iconic peaks in the region is the famous Matterhorn. With its distinctive pyramid shape rising sharply above the surrounding valleys, the Matterhorn has become one of the most recognizable natural landmarks in the world and a symbol of Switzerland's alpine landscape. Switzerland is also home to many stunning lakes that add another dimension to its natural beauty. Lakes such as Lake Geneva and Lake Lucerne are surrounded by mountains, forests, and picturesque towns. These lakes not only provide breathtaking scenery but also support recreational activities such as sailing, swimming, kayaking, and lakeside tourism. The country places great importance on protecting its natural environment. One example is the Swiss National Park, the country's oldest national park, established to preserve alpine ecosystems and wildlife. In addition, strict environmental regulations and sustainable development policies help maintain the remarkable cleanliness of rivers, lakes, and forests throughout the country. As a result, visitors often notice how well-preserved Switzerland's landscapes are. Clear mountain air, clean water, and carefully protected natural areas contribute to the country's reputation as one of the most environmentally conscious nations in the world. From snow-capped peaks to peaceful valleys and crystal-clear waters, Switzerland's landscapes offer an extraordinary example of nature at its most beautiful and well-preserved. And here on Culture Quest, we continue exploring the natural wonders, cultures, and landscapes that shape our world. Part 5: Everyday Life in Switzerland. Daily life in Switzerland is often associated with stability, efficiency, and an exceptional quality of life. The country consistently ranks among the best places in the world for safety, healthcare, education, and overall well-being. One of the most noticeable aspects of Swiss society is its strong sense of order and organization. Cities and towns are carefully maintained, public spaces are clean, and infrastructure is designed to operate with remarkable precision. This attention to detail reflects the broader Swiss cultural values of reliability, punctuality, and responsibility. Public transportation is a perfect example of this efficiency. Systems such as the Swiss Federal Railways operate an extensive network of trains that connect major cities like Zurich, Geneva, and Bern. Trains, trams, and buses reach nearly every part of the country, including remote mountain villages, making travel both convenient and reliable. Work-life balance also plays an important role in Swiss culture. Although Switzerland has one of the most productive economies in Europe, people place great importance on spending time with family, enjoying outdoor activities, and maintaining a healthy lifestyle. On weekends, many residents leave urban areas to hike in the Swiss Alps, relax beside lakes such as Lake Geneva, or explore traditional alpine villages. Education and innovation are also central to Swiss society. Prestigious institutions such as ETH Zurich are internationally recognized for their research, scientific discoveries, and technological advancement. This strong focus on knowledge and innovation has helped Switzerland maintain its reputation as one of the world's most advanced and competitive economies. Despite its modern development, daily life in Switzerland remains closely connected to nature. Whether walking along lakeside paths, cycling through peaceful valleys, or hiking alpine trails, many people maintain a deep appreciation for the landscapes that surround them. This unique balance between modern efficiency and natural beauty is one of the key reasons why Switzerland continues to attract visitors, professionals, and travelers from all around the world. On channels like Culture Quest, these aspects of Swiss life offer a fascinating glimpse into how culture, nature, and modern society can coexist in remarkable harmony. Part 6: Alpine Villages and Countryside. Beyond its modern cities and famous mountains, Switzerland is also known for its peaceful countryside and charming alpine villages. These small communities are often surrounded by dramatic mountain landscapes, green valleys, and quiet lakes, creating scenes that feel almost timeless. Many of these villages are built in traditional alpine style, with wooden chalets, flower-filled balconies, and narrow streets that reflect centuries of local craftsmanship and culture. The slower pace of life in these regions offers a strong contrast to the efficiency and energy of the country's larger cities. One of the most famous mountain villages is Zermatt, located at the foot of the iconic Matterhorn. The village is widely known for its breathtaking scenery and unique atmosphere, where traditional alpine architecture blends with world-class mountain tourism. Because most cars are restricted in Zermatt, the village maintains a peaceful environment where visitors can fully experience the beauty of the surrounding Swiss Alps. Another popular destination is Interlaken, a town located between two beautiful alpine lakes, Lake Thun and Lake Brienz. Surrounded by towering peaks, Interlaken is known as one of the main gateways to the Swiss Alps. Travelers visit the region for outdoor adventures such as hiking, paragliding, skiing, and mountain exploration. In the countryside, farming traditions remain an important part of daily life. Alpine pastures, grazing cows, and small family farms help maintain landscapes that have existed for generations. The sound of cowbells across mountain meadows has even become one of the most recognizable symbols of Swiss rural life. These villages and rural landscapes capture the quieter side of Switzerland, a place where traditions are preserved, nature remains central to everyday life, and time seems to move a little more slowly. It is this peaceful balance between culture, nature, and tradition that continues to make Switzerland one of the most fascinating countries in Europe to explore. Sunrise over mountains, Switzerland. Switzerland is a country where natural beauty, cultural diversity, and modern innovation exist in remarkable harmony. From the vibrant streets of Zurich and Geneva to the peaceful alpine villages nestled deep within the Swiss Alps, Switzerland offers a unique experience that blends tradition with progress. Its breathtaking landscapes, from iconic peaks like the Matterhorn to the calm waters of Lake Geneva, continue to inspire travelers and nature lovers from around the world. But beyond its famous scenery and global reputation, Switzerland is ultimately defined by the balance it maintains between people, culture, and the natural environment. It is a country where history and innovation coexist, where cities remain connected to nature, and where centuries-old traditions continue to shape modern life. For many who visit, Switzerland is more than just a destination. It is a place of harmony, beauty, and timeless landscapes that leave a lasting impression long after the journey ends.